Hi, this is Firestarter, and this is a review of the S.I.C Kamen Rider KickHopper and PunchHopper. Now let's check out the box. We can see both figures right here. The name KickHopper on one side and PunchHopper on the other. And then at the bottom we have the Mask Rider KickHopper and Mask Rider PunchHopper. And then KickHopper and PunchHopper name also on one side and also on the other, similar thing. And then at the back we have some poses for both figures. Now let's open the box and let's check out the contents inside. Aside from Kabuto, another pair of popular riders have finally graced the S.I.C series, namely Kamen Rider PunchHopper and KickHopper. Though sharing almost the same frame, differences include the placement of the anchor jack on PunchHopper's right arm and KickHopper's on his right leg. Their Hopper Zector is flipped on opposite sides, making the more obvious differentiation aside from the paint application. This 2-pack set has a manageable amount of accessories. Each has 2 pairs of extra hands, 2 instant ramen bowls accompanied with chopsticks, an extra Hopper Zector, and effect parts for the Rider Kick and Rider Punch. Even if the Hopper Zector cannot be used on both figures, at least the legs can move despite its size. The Rider Punch and Rider Kick effect already have a hand and foot molded in, which means using these is simple as replacing limb parts on most S.I.C figures. And let's check out the articulation points and the additional details for these 2 figures. So let's move one aside because they are basically of the same mold. Head rotates too, and then we have also a neck joint. These 2 shoulder pads go up and down. There's a shoulder shell right here, and then for more added posability for the arms, double jointed elbow, a wrist joint, an upper torso and waist, hip movement, and then the swivel too, and then double jointed knees, an ankle joint, and also a toe joint. And additional details for both, for PunchHopper, for example, these move too, and then for KickHopper does have the same gimmick too, and you can detach this if you want, and then just easily plug that back in. So unlike some of the figures that were released in line or similar to Kamen Rider Kabuto or from KickHopper and PunchHopper, these can be detached easily, and they also move. They go up and down too, and then you can just plug this back on the belt without any problems at all. It will be difficult for you to remove these at first, but once you do, it's easier to detach and put this back into place. Both figures are really good. It's both using the same S.I.C treatment but without really actually deviating from the actual suit design. So this is a really recommendable set, especially if you are into Kamen Rider Kabuto and you are also into these 2 figures or these 2 characters of the show. There are only a few points I wanted to air out. First, the wrists are held by ball joints, similar to Kamen Rider O's. I've said this before that this doesn't really work on S.I.Cs since these makes the wrist fall deeply, making the entire arm look smaller. Another is that the set should have a stage for KickHopper for obvious reasons, and finally the tail on the effects are too short. Could have been more awesome if these are slightly bigger. Overall, I still like the figures. They look like the actual suits without deviating to the S.I.C motive. Since this is a 2-pack set, it is quite pricey, but if you really like the characters, I still recommend getting this set. And that is my review of the S.I.C Kamen Rider PunchHopper and KickHopper. If you want to know the possibilities for both figures, check out the photos at the end of the video and subscribe to my blog for the full written review. This is Firestarter. Thank you very much for watching and keep it here for more toy reviews.